Hi everyone. The past couple of days have been unusually warm for this time of year. We've seen the hottest March days in England for over 50 years. Some people have described it as being the first real days of spring, but to me it felt like a few summer days given to us early, and goodness knows we all deserve them. We have some cold weather ahead, but I'll deal with that if and when it comes. For the time being, this is a sunny video. This one's optimistic. To celebrate and to make the most of the fleeting sunshine, I spent many happy hours walking around St Ives with my camera. These are all with my Fujifilm X-T4 and the 18mm f2 lens. This recent trio of warm days coincided with the clocks being put forward an hour, giving us brighter evenings, and also the easing of lockdown restrictions across the country. We can now meet up with several people outside, and even weddings can finally take place again, although with just a few people attending. All of these coinciding reasons to be happy make for quite a positive feeling after such a draining winter. So I wanted to capture the flowers and the blue sky and hopefully take a snapshot of a sunny, hopeful time. Before taking these pictures, I looked back on some photos from last year that I took on film, and I've very loosely tried to emulate that feel with these. Back then I used Velvia and Ektachrome, among others. So these photographs are an approximate mix of the colours I remember from those film stocks. I've added a little grain, ironically much more than was likely on the film pictures. There are deep, rich blues and greens. As always, it's about finding a balance. I'm quite happy with it looking a little unnatural, so long as it's the right kind of unnatural and doesn't go too far. Often I like the look of a kind of dull, matte saturation. I want it to feel organic and not too plasticky, shiny or digital. I don't always find it, but it's an idea to aim at. People often ask me whether my pictures are straight out of camera using the Fujifilm simulations or edited afterwards. As you can probably guess from what I've said, I always shoot in RAW files. I do hear people raving about the Fujifilm JPEGs, but they've never made sense for me. Perhaps as a wedding photographer, I've always looked for the maximum amount of safety and ability to recover information in the shadows. However, most of all, I like the idea of not locking myself into one look for the pictures forever. I go through phases, you see, of trying different ideas and being influenced by different pictures that I find. I'm sure I've made some really bad decisions in the past, and I'm fond of the idea of being able to give old pictures a new look that matches how I feel in the present. I'm still learning, my taste is still evolving, and I don't want my old digital pictures to be punished forever just because I was going through a particular phase when I took them. Anyhow, on with my springtime tour of St Ives. All of these flowers are in celebration of a sense of optimism that's in the air at the moment. There's lots to look forward to, and there'll be lots of YouTube videos as a result, I hope. Much later this year, I'm photographing my first wedding in Spain, and I've also been asked to photograph and film a wedding next year in Sweden. Before that, I have many weddings closer to home in London and Cambridge, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you. More adventurous times are on their way. As always, thanks for watching and for listening. It's always nice to share my pictures and thoughts with you. Thanks for subscribing and thumbs upping. See you all very soon.